What I would like to do is just to explain to everyone how you contract the monkeypox, who has to be concerned about it, and how big of a concern is it, all right? We're going to play a video now. I posted this on Facebook, and this is the actual fact about monkeypox. This person speaking is from the CDC, all right? So he's absolutely legitimate. He's not a conspiracy theorist. He works for the government. He's a doctor. This is his business. Let's play it, please.
And Salaki said, and just know, I've been paying attention to social media. This one got him shook. Like the earth is scared of this one.
Ooh-wee. All right. Go ahead. Now, I need you to first listen very closely to the beginning. Very closely. Go ahead, Doc.
The pain is worse than you can imagine.
It's like sitting on shards of glass.
This part, you gotta rewind. Rewind that and play it. First of all, first of all, okay, he's going to describe how painful monkeypox is. But I would like you to denote where he's feeling the pain. That's what you need to focus on right now. Go ahead.
Worse than you can imagine.
It's like sitting on shards of glass. And I hope that's PG rated enough.
Stop.
The most painful.
It's like sitting on shards of glass. I hope that's PG rated. Does everyone know why he said, I hope that's PG rated? You know what he's trying to tell you, but he doesn't want to say it on TV.
It's on your genitals.
It's like sitting on shards of glass. I hope that's PG rated.
Right.
You know what that means?
It's on his behind. Yeah.
It's behind.
Yeah.
Right. And he doesn't want to say it because it's, you're on live TV. You get the monkeypox where you have the gay sex.
And you know what's funny, sir? Not so much funny, but there was a lesbian sister who shared hers. I think you put it on the show.
Yeah.
She had them all around her mouth. And I'm like, this
Captain.
face tells a story.
Oh, is that black lady?
Yeah, they trying
You know
to
what I mean?
Yeah.
When you see people with it all around their mouth, it's because that's where the sin is. This man has it all on his ass. Because that's where the sin is. If that is not biblical, I don't know what is. That's straight out of Galatians, man.
Right.
Like he reaped sin in his flesh because he sowed sin in his ass. That's straight out the Bible. Play it one more time and let it just keep playing.
Yeah, bring it back.
Go ahead.
Bring it back. God damn.
Worse than you can imagine.
It's like sitting on shards of glass. And I hope that's PG rated enough. It is the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my 47 years on this planet.
At the same time, demand for vaccines is outpacing supply, leading to long lines like you see there at clinics for those that are trying to get the shots. Joining us now is Dr.
That's the long lines of the homosexuals trying to get this vaccine. Lines wrapped around the damn corner. Ain't nobody questioning where it come from, who invented it. They want it.
Right,
oh no, it ain't
right.
There's not that debate.
Yeah.
There's no national debate about who invented this vaccine. Why did they come up with it so fast? What's in the no? This ass is hurting. So they're fighting to get the vaccine. Headshot. Keep going.
home. He leads the Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota. Good morning, Dr. Osterholm. First and foremost, let's just start from the beginning. How exactly is monkeypox spread?
Well, as much as many people don't want to accept this, it is primarily a sexually transmitted infection, just like herpes or syphilis. Anytime you have contact with a lesion on some part of your body.
One more time, if you could, because you don't need to live in fear and have all this disinformation. This is just straight up hardcore facts. Monkeypox is primarily a sexually transmitted disease. That's how you're getting it. You're getting it because from sex. Keep going. Read it one more time. I'm sorry.
If I could, because I was on the train today looking at people like, social distancing.
All right, go ahead.
Well, as much as many people don't want to accept this, it is primarily a sexually transmitted infection, just like herpes or syphilis. Anytime you have contact with a lesion on some part of your body. Now, not everybody gets it from sexually transmitted routes. For example, if you do have contaminated bedding or towels, or even physical contact, a parent who might have a lesion on their arm touching a child. But generally speaking, it is largely sexually transmitted. And it's also very limited in many ways into who is getting infected. It's a very small group of very highly sexually active gay men generally that are getting infected with this. Many gay men have very little risk of getting infected with this virus.
And I'm glad you brought
answer.
Yeah.
Not only is it generally only being transmitted through sex, but it's gay men who are the ones getting it.
That's right.
They're getting it. And highly sexualized gay men. He's going to go into this in a second. Now, I want you to watch The Reporter. The Reporter does not like this. All right? The gay community does not want anybody to say that this disease is targeted to gay people. Why?
Right.
Because it makes everyone think about Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's right.
The same thing happened with AIDS.
Common
The gay community, whenever there's a disease that comes out that gay people only get, when I say only, I mean 98%, 99%. The gay community inevitably will raise up and say, don't say this is a gay virus. Don't say this is something that happened to gay people, because whenever that happens, everyone is thinking one thing out here at the same time: Sodom and Gomorrah. And so The Reporter is going to say just that right now. Go ahead.
Brought that up because I know a lot of people in that community are concerned about possibly sort of being demonized, if you will, or looked at differently, similar to what we saw with the AIDS crisis. This is not just men and women or homosexuals having sex. This could also be someone who's heterosexual, although you're saying that's the majority. But what needs to be done, I guess, to make sure that that group is not ostracized when trying to get the help
that demon on her is mad.
She said ostracized.
You see it in her face.
His response is so technical, it's so perfect, it's so scientific. Go ahead and play it.
Well, first of all, from a public health standpoint, our job is to call balls and strikes. Just tell it like it is.
Listen,
Wow.
Give him a hand. He said, I was just balls and strikes. We just trying to we ain't trying to sugarcoat it. Right.
Telling you what's happening. Who's getting it? The gay people. Okay, now, as far as how people feel and what they don't like, don't do this with that. That's what you did.
It's on Jennifer Hyman's Facebook page.
That's what you did. You do that all the time. You take an illness and then you find a way not to offend people. And because you don't want to offend people, the virus spreads. Right. It spreads. It happened in the Black and Hispanic community. It happened because everybody has to be coddled and treated delicately. The virus spreads and kills everybody. This cat is from the CDC. He's a doctor. I'm just calling balls and strikes, meaning he's an umpire, a referee. He's just telling you who's getting it.
That's
who's getting it? Gay men are getting it, and that's that. Keep going.
Help that they need.
Well, first of all, from a public health standpoint, our job is to call balls and strikes. Just tell it like it is. If you look today at the best data we have on sexual practices across both heterosexual and gay populations, we see in the United States that about 52% of gay men have between 0 and 11 partners in a lifetime. But there is on the upper end of that scale, 10% that have more than 101, and about 1.9% that have more than 400 partners over a lifetime. And when you look at those risks, it's much, 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 much higher in that group that's having a large number of partners. In the Netherlands, for example, a recent study showed that 44% of the new monkeypox cases had participated in group sex in the time period that they likely got infected. And so we have to emphasize that. Why?
By accident.
Gotta pause. I mean, he going into it.
400 men. 400. That's who's getting the monkeypox out.